Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert. Welcome back to the TED Show. It's Giving Tuesday, Giving Tuesday 2021. If you don't know what Giving Tuesday is, go to givingtuesday.org and you can find out more. But basically, all of our philanthropic, charitable, nonprofit organizations can benefit from Giving Tuesday. There's a lot of promo that goes on. There's a lot of matching funds depending on your organization. But it's also a great time to bring awareness to all of the needs that these amazingly different and unique organizations fulfill in our community. And we have a lot of needs. 2021 was definitely a lot better than 2020, but I can tell you that there are still, and Patricia's going to share, and so is Teresa and Rachel, there's still a great amount of need that needs to be met out there. And we have a lot of families, a lot of people personally, no matter what your situation is, there are people out there that need our help and our involvement. So welcome, ladies. How are you today?
Great.
Good. All right. So I want to do intros first, and we're going to start with Patricia because she's never been on the show before. Patricia, tell us a little bit about you. Patricia Cry is with us with Faith Neighborhood Center, and tell us what is going on with Faith Neighborhood Center.
Okay. Well, I'm Patricia Kine. I'm the executive director of Faith Neighborhood Center. I've actually been a nurse for about 30 plus years, and I am currently.
I'm still here.
Huh?
I'm still here. Sorry about that.
Okay. So, and I have been the executive director for about 5 years. So Faith Neighborhood Center has been around since 1972, serving Southlake County. And we have grown over the years, and about 5 years ago, moved into a new building, which we have currently outgrown already. The need has been great. And right now what we're doing is we're gearing up for our big distribution of Christmas dinners, which we will have about 900 Christmas dinners to distribute to our families. And
900?
our biggest push. 900.
All right, let's talk about how that works. So Faith Neighborhood Center, tell us again where you're located.
We're located in Groveland, which is just past Claremont in Lake County. And we serve all of South Lake County.
So when 900 families just for the holiday season, all of December, or is this just Christmas?
This is just Christmas. We have about 2,000 families that we serve. They can come in twice a month, or on the off weeks that they don't get their full food, they can come in to get fresh bread and produce. So they can actually come in every week of the month, and we have a total of about 2,000 families. We don't see all 2,000 families each time because some people just need us to help make ends meet a little bit. And the interesting thing is people would be very surprised at our clients because 65 to 70% of our clients are actually employed with either one or multiple jobs, and they are working, but they can't make ends meet, especially with the housing market and with the rising gas prices and food prices. So we're allowing them, by providing food, not only to feed their families, but to keep a roof over their head, hopefully, and also, to keep those utilities turned on.
So do people give money? Do they donate? Do they volunteer? Do they bring canned goods? What's the best way for somebody to give back and to help Faith Neighborhood Center out?
Well, we actually run on about 110 volunteers a month, and we have a small staff so that our volunteers are very important to us. Right now, our biggest need is money. We did not realize going into the season that all of the people who usually give us all of these 900 hams and turkeys. Last year we had 1,072. And this year we have 72.
Oh my God.
Because everybody who had promised us turkeys were unable to fulfill it because their orders were canceled by who they order from, or more people picked up them, and the resorts are open, and everybody's turkeys, even talking from Cisco and other, companies, their orders from their vendors were slashed by about 40%. So we have 72 of the 900 we need.
Wow.
And we are at this point shifting to say we will get as many hams and turkeys as we can. But if we could give our clients gift cards, which is what happened at Thanksgiving through the Salvation Army, we could actually pack everything else, which is already bought and ready, and then just let them buy their own protein of their choice, of what's acceptable to their family, culturally appropriate.
72. I'm still focused on that. So that's the supply issue that everybody keeps talking about, I'm sure. And I also feel like that the need has grown. Y'all, I love what Patricia just said. It's people who a lot of the people have a job or maybe two incomes, and they are still in need of the food and the meal that Patricia's organization provides, which is overwhelming. I think when somebody comes in to you, do you have a big line? Explain how it works. If we can get a bunch of people to donate cards to you, cash, whatever they need to donate, what's it like on Christmas? Is there a pickup? How does that all work?
Yes. So we will because of the where Christmas falls this year, we will actually start the week of the 14th, and we will deliver that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Clients will come in during the regular time, but instead of coming into the building, it actually ends up wrapping around the building and down the street and around the neighborhood. And we have those days to get all that food out. And they also, at the same time they're getting their Christmas food, we're going to give them their regular food that they would already pick up as well. So we're going to give them both of those. And then this year, last year, since we were in the middle of the pandemic, Second Harvest was providing us with kids' food, extra kids' food. But this year, we will be providing it ourselves for those kids who are off from school for almost 3 weeks. A lot of these kids don't get food unless it's the breakfast and lunch from school. It's really a struggle. And so now when they're suddenly off from school, we need to help that. So we are actually packing, in addition to those holiday meals, their regular food and then the kids' food, so that the kids have food while they're off of school and they don't go hungry or go with less food than what their bodies need to keep
y'all
it
got to
healthy.
think about the fact that a lot of the kids get their nutrition, their actual meals from the school. That's where they get fed. And when they go home, there is nothing to eat. So it is critical that we give back. The kids are off school. So what happens if you're not getting your breakfast and lunch at school? You're not getting breakfast, lunch, or dinner, depending on your situation.
And in Lake County schools, every child's on free breakfast and lunch because of the high poverty rate. So because the qualification for free or reduced breakfast and lunch is about 70%, they qualify for every child in the school to have free breakfast and lunch. So that's really an overwhelming number when you think about a school system needing to feed their students so their students can actually grow and perform like they should.
All right. Tell them how they can find you, Patricia, before I move on.
Well, we're at fnclake.org. So F is in Frank, N is in Nancy, C is in cat, lake.org. And you can also go to at FNC123 for our Facebook. And we have our Giving Tuesday campaigns up. And on our website, you can even choose that you want to buy a holiday protein for our clients, or multiples of holiday proteins, and you can go and check out right through that page, and it will take you to a site where you can securely put your information in, and then we can receive those funds.
Fantastic. Thank you, Patricia. You're welcome to stay on. If your heart can give, fnclake.org, I think is what you said, but we'll post all of this later on. Patricia, it's amazing what you all do. Bless you. Bless you and everybody who participates and gives back as part of Faith Neighborhood Center. All right, I'm going to move to Rachel. Rachel Perez is with us. Rachel Perez is with Base Camp Children's Cancer Foundation. I happen to be blessed to be on the board, so I'm super excited. Rachel, welcome. How are you?
Wonderful. Thank you so much for having us on.
I'm excited. I know the great work that you do, but maybe a lot of people who are watching don't. So tell us a little bit about Base Camp.
So Base Camp is, and we're about to be 40 in 2022.
Wow.
So it's a big milestone, but we're about to be 40-year-old organization and nonprofit in Winter Park. And we've been serving local children impacted by cancer through our support programs. We go to the hospitals and we deliver nourishment programs. We bring the children food from donors around Central Florida, including Shake Shack, Texas Roadhouse, used to be Olive Garden. We have wonderful donors all across Central Florida who donate meals, and we bring them bedside so that the children can eat, but also they get their favorite foods instead of hospital food. We're also serving the caretakers so they don't have to leave bedside and they get to maximize their time in the room with the child. And it's also a good introduction for our organization to get our foot in the door to meet these families upon diagnosis so we can serve them lifelong. And that is ultimately our goal. As a 40-year-old organization, we want to serve them even after diagnosis, even after they've quote unquote conquered the climb. We want to continue serving throughout the tenure of their programs. And we also have a milestone parties where we celebrate their end of chemo, end of radiation, and we just want to celebrate all these moments in their journey. But our main goal of Giving Tuesday this year is to help fund these nourishment programs, because we truly are nourishing not only their body with the food that we're giving, but their soul with the encouragement and the peer support programs we offer at our day camps and our Christmas parties. We have food pantries. We have a lot of events for the kids and the siblings to get together and just really encourage each other.
One of the things I love about, there's many things I love about Base Camp, but I think a lot of people think that the larger, I call them the big box charities for cancer, fulfill all the needs. And honestly, what Base Camp does fulfills such a special need, because that's missed in the overall millions of dollars toward research, millions of dollars toward finding a cure. Right now is when the kids are going through it and their families are going through it. So they need the services. And honestly, if you've ever seen a kid who has been denied certain foods, is in the hospital all the time, and all of a sudden they get an amazing meal from one of the cool places that Rachel mentioned, their faces light up. When they get a milestone cake, their faces light up. It's bringing some sort of normalcy back to their lives and to their families' lives. And there is nothing like watching them smile during that.
In fact, one of the things that always I think about when I think, oh, some people might think it's silly to bring food to a place that already has food. But my colleague, Cindy, she got involved with our organization because her son, Danny, had a brain tumor at 5. And one of the experiences that really never left, that really was impactful for her and her family was that her son at that time was refusing to eat. And they said, if he does not eat by the end of the day, he's going to have to go on a feeding tube. He wouldn't eat the food, but when Miss Terry walked in with Chick-fil-A, he ate the Chick-fil-A. He didn't have to get the feeding tube. And even though this is just a small procedure in the big cancer journey or any medical journey, it was just one of those things that was going to be the straw that broke the camel back if that was another thing that they had to do. So it's just these little things that you don't know how impactful are until you hear later from the families directly. That meal saved me. I was going to go through a mental breakdown, but I had the cheeseburger to calm my sugar and, get me through the day that day. And thank you so much. And those are the stories that really keep us going, even when it seems like such a simple little thing.
It's simple, but it's impactful. And that's what I think Base Camp does. It is meeting a basic need that in the middle of all of the treatments and the doctor's appointments and all of the stuff that those kids have to go through, it's bringing back some semblance of what their life was before the diagnosis. And I think it's just amazing. All right. So how do people find Base Camp?
So right now you can go to our website, www.basecamp.org, click the donate button. And of course, we love your funding. We also have a big fundraiser coming up on the 17th, December 17th, the Nutty Nutcracker. So if you want to check that out, you can go to extremedance.net/Nutty Nutcracker. It's a great, fabulous retelling of the Nutcracker story. And it's a fundraiser for our kids. They dedicate their performance to the children. And it's really beautiful and a unique show.
Wonderful. That's wonderful. All right. I'm going to thank you, Rachel. So Base Camp, say the website again.
www.basecamp.org.
All right. All right. So I'm going to bring John on, but I'm going to say hi to John. Hi, John.
Hi there. How are you?
This is John. John, we're going to get to you last, but I have been waiting for this lovely lady, Teresa Smith-Levin. Hi, Teresa. Welcome. Tell us about Florida vocal arts.
So Central Florida Vocal Arts and our sister company, Opera del Sol, we use our platform in performing arts education, performance appreciation to build a better Central Florida community. So I think one of the misnomers that happens for a lot of arts groups is that we are worthwhile, but something that's not essential, sort of fluffy kind of thing that we do. Whereas I think the arts are really essential to a quality of life in any community. And one of the things that we do to step in and use our arts to create tangible social good, we come in and try and fill the gap in music education. So we all know how important art, music, performance can be in our lives, but there is a big disparity in accessibility for a lot of young people. And so we try and bring programs to kids who otherwise wouldn't be able to afford to participate in extracurricular performance opportunities and make that inclusive with their peers. We do that for kids who would financially struggle to do so, but also students who are neurodivergent, who have different capabilities than some of their peers. And we create an inclusive and nurturing environment for them. We also create performances that support local artists and invest in our community. We're looking at our 2021 stats. We're looking to return about 75% of our expenses will go to local artists. So it is the biggest expense is just paying people and investing in our community. And then finally, we use Opera del Sol, our sister company, to address social issues, challenging topics in our community. We recently did a show called Requiem that combined Mozart's Requiem along with contemporary music to address the opioid epidemic in our community, partnering with the Seminole County Sheriff's Office and Aspire Health to offer tangible solutions to the crisis in our community. So using our platform to really try and do good with it.
Do amazing things. And one of the things I think so many of our schools, I don't know if it's changed, but I feel like they got rid of arts programs. Arts programs were cut. There were challenges. And I know that we've gone back and forth with that in Florida, but they had no access. And they're in neighborhoods where there is limited access in general. The kids never had an opportunity to explore their artistic abilities, and you all give them that. Tell us about what you're doing for Giving Tuesday. What's happening and what's coming up that you're doing? We talked about it before we went live, but I'd love for them to hear.
Absolutely. So just to address in schools, Orange County Public Schools has an amazing art superintendent, Scott Evans, who's a great friend, and he has made sure that every school in Orange County has a chorus and a band program. Many have orchestra programs, drama programs, some even have dance. So they do a great job with that. But one of the things that we find is if your family is struggling to make ends meet and doing what like Faith Neighborhood Center is doing, if you're just trying to eat, you're not imagining that your child can go to college to study music, even if that's their calling, because you're worried about how to pay rent. So we offer a bridge, a pipeline to help students who have this exceptional talent be able to know that they are capable of having that opportunity. And for Giving Tuesday, we are very excited because we just kicked off the collaborative campaign with United Arts of Central Florida. We are one of the campaign partners this year, and we are trying.
Don't leave us, Teresa. She's a little frozen. I bet she can sing that song. I've heard her sing. All right, Teresa, we'll come back to you. I don't know where you went, but we've got John Kalish, a hero for kids. What's up, John? Oh, there she is. There she is. She's sort of back. All right, Teresa, bear with me. I'll let you finish it up, and I'm going to let John go when you come back. John, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
So, Ted, how you doing? Thank you for the invite. It's great to be among these amazing nonprofits, really, and folks doing such great things for the community. Thank you to all of you.
Amen to that. And you too. So, Batman, you can tell that little story, but tell us about a Hero for Kids.
So, a Hero for Kids is an all-volunteer 501c3, myself included. I started doing this about 9 years ago, and we got our 501c3 about 4 years ago. Just kind of almost forced into it because, as you know, the big corporations won't talk to you unless you come with 501c3 in hand. So, like I say, I mean, the story I love telling, and one of the great facts about our nonprofit is we love getting stuff, books, backpacks, school supplies, Thanksgiving meals, Christmas gifts for the kids. I would rather that than money. We just don't have a great need for the dollar. So we always encourage donors that just absolutely want to give money. We direct them other places because I quite frankly don't like shopping. And when you get me, you got to shop, man. And I'm not a shopper, but so we do 3 big initiatives every year. Our primary focus is children's literacy. So we'll take donated books, donated children's books, and we give them out at events, or we go to schools, Orange, Osceola, and during their literacy nights, and we give out books to the kids. We take care of several little libraries throughout the 3-county area where you take a drive by and you see an empty little library and you fill it up with books. And I'm able, because I'm a veteran, I go to the veterans hospitals where there's a couple of little libraries that are always seem to be empty whenever I show up, and I get those filled. Our backpack event this year, we got over 1,000 backpacks with school supplies distributed to children in need.
Unreal.
Thanksgiving, we just finished that up. I think it was 118 Thanksgiving meals we got to give out. And this year, we're hoping to take care of 800 children for Christmas by giving them Christmas gifts and or bikes that have been donated by local businesses and organizations that do tour drives for us.
All right. So how do people find you? I think it's a heroforkids.org. Am I right?
Oh my goodness, you've only said that 10,000 times, Ted. You got it right.
I'm learning.
You are, man. You're getting, and one thing I got to tell you about Ted, no matter how good I dress, Ted is always dressed better.
Very kind.
Drives me crazy with that. At our gala this year, I'm in a tuxedo, and here everybody is complimenting Ted on how good he looks. I'm like, what am I, like chopped liver?
But, it's not on purpose, John.
Yeah, it is. Look at you tonight, man. I
don't look too close. You might I don't know what's happening with this outfit. It's crazy.
So yeah, a heroforkids.org. We're also on Facebook, A Hero for Kids, and Instagram, A Hero for Kids. If you'll follow us, that helps to help get our word out and then share what we do in the community.
Fantastic. All right. Thank you, John. Teresa, you want to finish up now that you're not frozen?
Okay, so everybody thinks Winter Park is so great, but like Spectrum in Winter Park is highly questionable. I didn't go anywhere. Literally, I'm sitting in the same spot. It does that about 3 times a day. So sorry, guys. For Giving Tuesday, we are kicking off the collaborative campaign with United Arts. Central Florida Vocal Arts and Opera del Sol are one of the arts partners. And so if you donate through that campaign, your donation is matched by 15%. So it does the most good with your gift. We would love to kick off that campaign really successfully and start that well. We have $25,000 to raise, and we hope that you can be a part of that. Like I said, those gifts, they go right back to teaching artists, performing artists in your community, and really changing the trajectory of young people's lives by investing in their leadership, those social emotional skills, and even those that will go on to do this professionally and change the artistic landscape of Central Florida. So we hope that you can be a part of our mission.
I love it. You guys are amazing. Patricia, Teresa, John, Rachel, all of you who messaged me and can't seem to get on. I understand it was 5 o'clock, like I was saying before we went live, or maybe I said it live. This Giving Tuesday crept up on me this year. I did not plan it as well, but I still want all of you to benefit from the viewers, because we get a lot of requests for how do I get involved, Ted? You bring on such cool people that do great things for our world. And so this is just one example. I tagged a ton of nonprofits on this broadcast, but you can reach out to Teresa directly, Patricia, John, Rachel. Of course, you can just reach out to me and I'll get you in touch, but do something. Find your passion. Listen, we have feeding families, kids with cancer, backpacks, kids, children's literacy, vocal arts, the arts in general. We have so many needs that there are so many kids, human beings out there that need us to step up. And money is not always the answer. So if you are sitting there thinking, I don't have the money, volunteer time, resources, don't ever think that you not contribute because you can, there is a way within your resources to do it. And so all of us would be happy to talk to you about that. You know, I love and appreciate all of you and everything that you guys do. It's an honor to have you on the show. And we will continue to promote. I'm going to just keep doing Giving December, and we are just going to have as many opportunities with nonprofits and charitable organizations on the show as we can. You all think that this time of year, you're all doing your holiday stuff, no matter what you celebrate. And a lot of times this time of year, the need increases. There is so much more going on. And with school out, there's just so much that you can do and give back. So that's my little soapbox. Thank you all for being on here. Patricia, Teresa, John, and Rachel. Faith Neighborhood Center, Central Florida Vocal Arts, A Hero for Kids, and Base Camp Children's Cancer Foundation. Love you guys. Appreciate you. Get involved. Guys, find your passion and give back. It will change your life, I promise. Mwah. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.